Hey everybody, and welcome to Binder Minder. It's mail day. It's binder therapy time. I also did for this week. I picked up a pack of Strixhaven, and apparently I lost the footage. So this is future me talking. Whoopsie. I did get a really good pull though. We'll check that out at the end of the video when I put it into the binder. So check that out, and then we'll just dive right into mail day. Okay, so in addition to the Strixhaven pack, I have been ordering in cards. It's still pretty heavy on the stuff that's coming in. I haven't ordered very much this week, so I think it'll probably die off a little bit in the next couple weeks. But we do have a whole bunch of cards here. Some of these are for the binder, some of these for decks. Some of them are just cards that I know I'll eventually want to get. Which this one here on top is a good example of that. Conjurer's Closet. This is a great card. In fact, I bought one of these for a deck just before Innistrad Remastered came out, just before they had announced the cards that were going to be in it. And I bought one of these for almost $10. I think $8 or $9 for the regular version of this card. And then Innistrad Remastered came out, and these things were just selling for less than $1 for some of them. And I put on my short list that I thought I'd pick one of these things up, especially this borderless one. It looks really good in foil. I don't have a deck for it right now, but when you know there's a card that's going to eventually go back up in price like that, when they get flooded right after the launch, if you know it's a card that you might use eventually, it's not a bad time to pick it up. You certainly get a much better price doing that. So I got that. That's just going to go in my save for later pile. I got a Needle Verge Pathway here, borderless one. I'm not even sure what that one's for. I think that's in the extra pile as well. No, I think that's for a deck. That's actually for a deck. Rockfall Veil, that's for a deck. Corrosion Grip and Cleansing Nova, these are also for decks. I think these are for my eggs deck. So next up, I got a few cards, kind of a mix. So Clifftop Retreat is for a deck. This Game Trail Changeling, this is for the eggs deck too with the Changelings. And it's cool older foil. The Gas Guzzler Finish Line foil, that's for the collection. And this Frogmite is for the collection as well. That's a special guest. And then this Mirrored Landscape. I just run these in a lot of decks, and this looks a lot better than the standard version of the card. So I threw this one in there as well. That's just an extra. Next up, this is a big chunk of cards. I'm going to guess this is mostly cards for decks. A big old clump right here. This is Pilgrimage, Growing Ranks, Sundering Growth, Ultimate Growth Chamber, Selesnya Sanctuary. Those are all for decks. Obviously, Dragon Egg, that's for my egg deck. Preordained for deck. Changeling, that's another for deck. Another egg. You kind of get the idea. This Warrior token, I think, is one of the few tokens I still needed for our Pauper Cube. Every once in a while, I have a short list of cards, and if I see it on there, Rock Egg, it's another one for the Changeling deck. There's Persistent Petitioners, the any number of card. I slip those in whenever I can. This is our Strixhaven Mystical Archives alt art, Japanese art. As always, I never know what they are, but you'll probably see it right here. I think this is Blue Sun Zenith, though. Pretty obvious with them holding the blue sun. And then I got two more Seven Dwarfs. Those will go with Persistent Petitioners. Cinderglade, that's for a deck. Return to Nature. Grazing Gladeheart, those are for decks. Canopy Baloth and Tormenting Voice, those are all for the deck. So that's a pretty big stack of deck stuff. Alright, so this next one looks like to be a mix as well. Secura Tribe Scout, it's a deck stuff. Life Chisel, Martyr's Cause, those are both deck. And then Treasure Vault, this is for a deck, but this is for a different deck. This is my Iron Man deck. It's more of an expensive deck, so I've just been kind of picking up one card here, one card there when I find a deal. This one I found for, I think, like $350, I think. I've been looking for the borderless version of that one for a while. Funny enough with these, just with this deck in general, it's an artifact deck, and I put together the deck and I priced everything out, and nothing was looking too crazy. And then Aether Drift came out, and there's a lot more artifact synergy stuff in there, and a lot of artifact cards just kind of went a little crazy. So, their Mystical Archives and this Solemn Simulacrum from Doctor Who. It's the Surge Foil. This is the second one. I had one of these last week as well. Like I said, I just really like this artwork. I thought this was pretty cool with a little sad face. And Surge Foil is cool. These things are like $1.30 or something like that when you get them from the cheapest sellers. Even with this Surge Foil. And I picked up that last one. When I showed my wife, she liked it so much that I got her one too. So start that wife pile. Next up here, looks like we got a special guest sitting here on top. A special guest Polyraptor from Lost Caverns. That's a good pickup. And the Mindspring Merfolk. This is the one that was missing. Or no, I'm sorry, not missing, but technically I got the wrong version. That seller gave me a refund on that, and I was able to order this, and then they just happen to have a good price on the Polyraptor as well. Get another bundle of tokens. The funny thing about this, I believe, yes, with the warrior and all that, I ordered just this one card. Put the name of it right here, and the seller just threw all these other tokens in there, and it's ironic because I've been picking up these tokens, and they're sometimes expensive. They're sometimes hard to come by with a few of them, and I just bought spirit tokens, and then they just threw all these in, so can't complain. So next up, we got another bundle of cards. These are mostly for decks as well. I think this order right here is pretty much all for my wife's decks. She's got a Merfolk deck and then an enchantment / glimmer deck that we're working on. Yeah, these are all for hers. So I'll put those to the side here. Put her card with it. Another special guest, Thoughtcast. This is from the Aether Drift. I keep ending up in that shadow. This is from Aether Drift. It's just a non-foil version. Funny enough, I ordered this. My wife ended up pulling one of these. But I already had it on order. And then we got the Galvanic Blast. Same thing, not foil. But it fills the spot in the binder there. And then another Persistent Petitioner from that same seller. Like I said, I pick those up anytime I can find one for a decent price. So they sell for like $1 to $1.30 if you're just to buy them at like market price. But there's people that sell them for about 35 cents. So when I can add one into a cart, I usually do. 2 more wife cards. Working on picking up those storm cards. This one's not bent this time around, but it's Lightning Bolt. And to be honest with you, I like this Lightning Bolt so much that I actually thought about picking one up myself because I use Lightning Bolt in a lot of decks. And then, of course, it's a cat card. So anytime I find a cat card, can't really complain. And this one's pretty cool because it's got the Duskmourn Showcase and the foil. All right. I needed 2 more of these forests from Lost Caverns. For one of my decks, I had decided to use these in the deck, and I just ended up being too short, even though I had a ton. So those will go in a deck thing. Regrowth, Harmonic Sliver, Seedstone, Hierophant, High Market. Those are all for decks. Shadowborn Apostle, those both go down here in the Rule Break cards. Hope everybody's been having a good week. It's been a rough week for us. I'm sure you've heard me complain about our cats in the background and whatnot, and I thought we were having a good week, and we had a kitten outside get hit. Yeah, it was pretty upsetting, especially for my wife. Whir of Invention, another special guest card. This is a foil one. Looks really cool. And then this is another Shapeshifter Formless Genesis. I got this as an extended art because it was the same price. My wife loves these murder cards. I can't explain the love, but anytime I can throw one of those in there, I can't turn it down. So that's another wife card. And then this foil it's not Crimson Vow, it's the oh my goodness, it's the other Innistrad set. But the black and white foil forest looks cool. I don't really have any use for it specifically. I just really like that card. Last up, we got two more cards, and one of them, and I even wrote on there, it's Lightning Bolt. So I got the Lightning Bolt from the Mystical Archives alt art, and the last card was one I've been excited about for quite a while, is the Cavernous Souls Neon. This specifically, so if you like these neon cards, most of them are really expensive. They're from Lost Caverns, but this one, this yellow, is actually from it's one of the promo cards from that set. So you don't it was given away at some of the at your LGSs as a promo card, and with that it is a lot cheaper. So at one point not long ago, I saw these down as low as $32, and I told a few friends about it and was excited and I put it on my wish list basically to maybe pick one up at some point, because it was cheaper to get one of these than the regular Lost Cavernous Souls, and with that nice neon. But they went up pretty quickly. Somebody must have figured out that they were kind of a deal, and somebody bought most of them up, and then they shot up to about $50, a little bit more than $50. This one just happened to pop back up in the mid-30s, and I figured I only had one opportunity. I didn't think that it was going to drop back down to that price again. It's just it's a very useful card. If you don't know the card, essentially it's a land that you can, if you use it to play a creature, it can't be countered, and it works with as long as you have a chosen type. So, and I build a lot of typal decks and stuff like that, so these Cavernous Souls are always good. But even if I don't use this, just love these neon cards. So that's going to go in the old pile here as well. So I'm gonna go away for a minute here. I'm gonna get everything scanned in. I haven't I'm gonna scan in the stuff that's going in my binders, get everything sleeved up, and then we'll get the binders out and we'll put it up. Okay, started off with the secondary binder here. I've got a couple cards to toss in here. So we got two Shadowborn Apostles and two Persistent Petitioners and two Seven Drawers. So looks like that'll fill this up pretty good. Get these Seven Drawers in here. The two Persistent Petitioners. Like I said, dropped the card. I did pick up another binder. At some point, I'm going to have to rearrange this, especially because of this situation right here. It's just getting a little tight. I don't know if the glare is too bad there. It's kind of hard to get the lighting perfect on the binders, but the Shadowborn Apostles, I'm at 7 total, so I've got a long way to go. The Persistent Petitioners, though, I've got a full page. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Definitely getting close there. The 7 Drawers, I've got 4 of, which is pretty close to getting the full 7 there. I actually just brewed a deck with these Dragon's Approaches, and I've only got 3. I think my wife's got like 4 or 5 maybe. At some point, I'm going to have to focus on getting those more, but they've been pretty consistent in price, and I've just been snatching whatever's a good deal at the time. So let's see. We're good on Templar Knights. And that's it. I'll switch over the binders real quick. I'll be right back. For the old collection binder, I do have that Cavern of Souls. That'll go in the back. Let's see. We've got special guests. Let's put the special guest at the top here. Special guest. Special guest. Special guest. And then we got the 2 gold. All right. Let's get back to the back there and see what we can do. I did finally move these over. These are the cards you can get from the Duskmourn Nightmare Bundle. There's 6 in total, 3 of this style and 3 of this style. These are actually drawn by the guy who did Goosebumps. And then I moved to this Chandra Planeswalker card that I pulled from the Aether Drift box. I moved it over in here to match with this one as well. All right. All the fallouts. All right, Mystical Archives is first. So grab that stack. Put these in order. 125, 75, and 111. All right, we'll put these in. Then I have those ones from the Strixhaven pack. I know one of them I don't have, and I'm pretty sure the other 2 I have. But I'm just going to make sure that we get the best versions in here. So 75, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. That Blue Sun Zenith is going to go right here. 105 is our next one, so that's one more page over. 104, 105. And 111. It's also on this page. This page is actually getting pretty full. There's only 2 left. And then 125 is this one right here. So this page is all done. And this page over here, I'm going to let you see it a little bit better. This page right here, so 116 goes right here. And I'm only 1 card short of finishing that one. Getting close. All right, move this over. What's next? I didn't get any of the Birds of Paradise. I don't have. I think I've got 1 more of these on order, but I've only got the Socrates so far. And we got the special guests. Oh no, I'm sorry. I almost forgot. We have the card from the Strixhaven pack. So number 85. That is the one that I pulled. That's going to go right here in this bottom. Like I said, I knew I didn't have this one. And this, with this being a foil, it's like a $45 card as a full foil. It's crazy. All right. We got 66. This is going to go in the other binder. 66 and 67. That'd be these 2 right here, 66, 67. That's a foil. And that's an etched foil, so this is an upgrade for this one. Look, I've got 2 of them in there. So we'll pull one of the etched foils in there. I'll leave 2. I don't really need to have 2 there, but we'll just leave the 2 there, and then we'll send these over into the wife pile. When I have the extras, I don't need a whole bunch of extras. So anyhow, move on to the next spot, which was special guests. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this time around. 5 special guests. I'll put them in order. 86, 85. So this first one's Polyraptor. Should be right here at the front. Yep. Like I said before, I've been trying to start with either with the Lost Caverns and the stuff that's from Aether Drift, and kind of work my way into the middle. Next one I have is a Frogmite. It's a 61. It's a couple pages in. It goes right here. That one's from Bloomburrow. And then everything else I have is all from Aether Drift, so it'll be at the end. I think when we add my wife's stuff in here, it's going to look pretty crazy. It looks like I don't know when I did it, but I got a double on it, and I think that's a foil one too. I must have ordered this and then didn't mark it down. Ordered it again. It's kind of a bummer. We'll set that aside. Whirl of Invention. That's going to go over here. And then Galvanic Blast. So Galvanic Blast is up here. It's never fun when we waste money on the stuff more than we're already wasting collecting the stuff. But it does happen sometimes. And you know what? This will still be good to play. Or it'll be good for trade. So I can't complain too much there. So as far as the latest set, Aether Drift, we still have Bone Miser, Lord of the Undead, Pathbreaker, Box, Ibex, and then Chromox. Chromox, I don't know when I'm going to get that. That's still going to be an expensive one. My wife actually picked up this Bone Miser, so we've got that one. So I still need to get Lord of the Undead, and I think she's got this as well, this Pathbreaker, but I'll have to double check. So we might actually have most of the Aether Drift stuff done, with the exception of the Chromox. But we'll see. Speaking of Aether Drift, though, I've got 2 of the borderless Ratfink cards here that are in the Gold Borders. So I still haven't replaced the 2 cards that I didn't have it as foils. My wife has one of these for sure, and then the other one, this Agnosaur Rex, I'm just going to have to pick it up, and I haven't done it yet. That said, I got a Gas Guzzler. Where's Gas Guzzler? He's right here. And the Mindspring Merfolk. This is that one where we got the wrong version before. It's a pretty big difference. I've actually had, I think, 2 or 3 orders, and counting this one now, where I've ordered them and then somebody realized that they had the wrong card. So I think these Gold Borders make kind of a mess of their scanners sometimes. So that said, I'm down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on here, and I think I've got 1 on order. I'm pretty sure I'm down to 4 on my list. So getting there. Speed Demon, of course, this is going to be the one that's going to be the hardest to get. It was $40. It's down to $35 now, and I'm just kind of waiting. I'll be patient on that. I don't need it right away. It'll probably just be the one that I finally break down and pick up to finish the set. But I've got time until I get there. So, but you know, when this is $35 and the other 3 or 4 the other 3 that I need are $34 together, it just makes sense to wait. All right. So Cavernous Souls. We'll put it with our other neon over here. You can't see it. I'll put it with our other neon right here. This Ghost Prison. And that's it. All finished up. As always, appreciate you guys for watching. Post in the comments. Let me know what you're collecting. What are you ordering for your cards, for your decks? Always curious as to what everybody has coming in. You know, it's always, I think binder therapy is a lot of fun, and just getting the mail day when it comes to ordering cards is a lot of fun as well. So beyond that, though, appreciate you guys watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell if you'd like to be notified, and have a great day. We'll see you soon. I don't know, beyond mail day, I don't know what else I've got coming in. Actually, no, I do. We have, so we're not specifically a Magic channel, though I've only done Magic so far. But my wife has picked up a couple boxes of Flesh and Blood, and we've never played it. She's been real interested in playing it, so I'm kind of curious. So at some point, we're going to open that up and just check out what it's all about. Maybe you guys will be interested too. Supposedly, from what I've seen, it's significantly cheaper to play, even in the higher end decks and stuff like that. So even if you just want to open boxes, I think it's like $60 a box, $70 a box, and then you can play with small playing card sized decks, which I'll grab one. So they got these like, almost look like playing cards. These things are like $11 to $13 even in your LGS. So blitz decks. The idea that you can just go grab some of these and play and throw them down and play is pretty exciting. Obviously, you're going to have people doing upgrades and stuff too, but that is a cheap pre-con to be able to jump in and play a game. So we're going to give it a try. We'll see how it is. And she's got some boxes and some packs and stuff like that to open up as well. She's pretty excited about that too, so we need to dive into that. We've been putting it off, so hopefully you guys are interested in that. It'll be new to us. So anyhow, thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye.